Sup guys, New York Sports up here, and I'm back at it with another football video. So today in this video, I'm going to be doing a video predicting the Philadelphia Eagles 2020-2021 NFL season. So I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I couldn't really think of an idea to do, nothing really going on in the Giants world besides DeAndre Baker. So I decided to predict the Philadelphia Eagles schedule. I'm going to have two more videos coming out today predicting the Redskins and the Cowboys. So the Eagles open up their season. It's on the road. It's in Washington. Last year, I think Washington was up 20-7 in Week 1 against the Eagles, and Washington should have won that game. And personally, I think this game will be a close game. Once again, back in Week 1, the Eagles kind of start off the season always pretty slow, but I think the Eagles will pull this one out on the road in Washington. I think the Redskins overall are once again a team having a brighter future, just like the Giants. But I think the Eagles are still the better team. They beat the Redskins and start off the year 1-0. And then Week 2. They play their home opener against the LA Rams. This is a game I could definitely see them losing, and I think this is a very tough game. I think the Rams are solid overall. They've got a solid roster, but they had a disappointing season last year, and I have the Giants losing to the Rams. This game is at home. It's a game I could definitely see them losing, but I'm going to give them a win here. It's starting off the year 2-0. The Rams are going to be a tough team. It's going to be a close game, but I think the Eagles pull out. And then the Eagles play the Cincinnati Bengals, and this should be an easy win. It's at home against the Bengals. The Bengals still aren't a great team. I think the Bengals will get swept by the NFC East, and I think the Eagles pull this one away. They start off their year 3-0, and then it gets tough. They have a brutal 3-game stretch here. So they have a game on the road in San Francisco. This should be a loss. I think should definitely be their first loss of the season. The Niners are once again just a much better team than the Eagles, and it goes down to 3-1. I could definitely see the Eagles getting blown out in this one. And then they go to Pittsburgh, and I do have the Giants beating the Steelers, but this one's in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's got rowdy fans, and Pittsburgh's a tough place to play at Heinz Field. I've got the Steelers winning this one. This is another one I could see the Eagles making a really close game, but I think the Steelers pull this one out, and then they go to 3-2. And then they play the Ravens. It is at home. This is a loss. Not many teams are going to be beating the Ravens this year. Even the good teams like the Chiefs might not even beat the Ravens. The Ravens, in my opinion, are the best team in the NFL, and I think the Ravens pull this one out, and they go to 3-3. And then they play a Thursday night game against the Giants. And once again, I have the Giants losing this one on my schedule prediction for them. So obviously, I have the Eagles winning this one against the Giants and moving up to 4-3. And then they play at home. Against the Dallas Cowboys. I have them losing the game in Dallas, but I'm going to have them winning the game at home. That's how it went out last year. Dallas blew them out 37-10 in Dallas last year. The Eagles clinched the NFC East when they played at home against Dallas. And I think the Eagles do beat Dallas again at home. They always seem to play them well at the link. So I think the Eagles pull this one out, and their record moves up to 5-3. And then they have to go to the bye. And then they play at home against the Giants. And once again, I had the Giants losing this game, so obviously I have the Giants the Eagles winning this game. So the Eagles win their third straight. They go to 6-3. So they go to 3-0. Then they go to 3-3. Now they're up 6-3. And then they go to Cleveland. And once again, Cleveland's a much improved team. I did have the Giants beating Cleveland. That's because it was at home, and it's because of the whole Odell Beckham Jr. thing. But I think the Browns win this one. I think the Browns are a better team than the Eagles. I think the Browns win this game at home, and they go to 6-4. And then they play Seattle. It's a primetime game on ESPN at 8:15, and it is once again at home, but Seattle has dominated the Eagles for a long time now. They beat the Eagles in the wildcard game last year. This is going to be a game that the Eagles fans definitely want to win, but I don't think it happens. The Seahawks win this one, and then the record drops down to 6-5. And then they go to Lambeau Field to play the Green Bay Packers, and this is going to be a very, very tough game to win, and I have them losing this one. They did beat the Packers in Lambeau last year, and I think that game is a little bit of luck. I think the Eagles lose this game, and they drop down to 6-6. They got a really tough schedule at the end of the year. And then they play a home game against the New Orleans Saints, and this is going to be a very tough game to win. I remember the Saints, I think back in 2018, they beat them 48-7. But this game's at the link. I'm going to have the Eagles pulling off an upset here. I have the Eagles beating the Saints. It's one of the Saints' only losses this year. The Eagles get a huge win. They always seem to clutch up at the end of the year. I think the Eagles win this game. They go up to 7-6. And then they go to Arizona, and I'm going to have them winning this game too. I think Arizona is a solid team, but once again, the Eagles are always a very good end-of-the-season team. I think Arizona's solid, but I think this is a very tough game for them. I think the Eagles find a way to win on the road and beat Arizona. And now I think they've pretty much clinched a playoff shot at this point. Now, this is a huge game. It's in Dallas. It's in Dallas, Week 16. It's going to be a huge, huge game for them. They're 8-7. Or, I don't know, but they're in Dallas. this is going to be a very, very tough game to win. They're 8-6 on the year. I'm going to have them losing it. This is to tie the division. I think Dallas moves up. I think Dallas is probably 7-8. I think they move up to 8-8 to finish the year. And I think the Eagles lose this one in Dallas, and they move down to 8-7. And then they play at home against the Redskins, and they should win this game. This is a game that the Eagles shouldn't lose. This is a huge game for them. This is a game to clinch a playoff spot. This game right here, they beat the Redskins and finish their season 9-7. Now, I think it's pretty obvious that the Eagles are definitely an 8, 9, 10 win team. I could definitely see the Eagles having a disappointing season. I don't like their receiving core. They're not great. They did draft Jalen Reagor, but I don't think Jalen Reagor will be that great of a receiver. I don't like J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. I think he's bad. I think Jalen Reagor is the next J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Alshon Jeffrey's not very good. They do have a good tight end core with Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert, but personally, I don't like the Eagles receiving core. I think the offense will be inconsistent, but I think some clutch games at the end of the year will drive them to a 9-7 and a division-winning season. So that's going to do it for this one. Just wanted to make a video. I kind of made this video because I didn't really have an idea what to do. So I decided to make this video on predicting the Philadelphia Eagles 2020 schedule. I have them making the playoffs with a 9-7 record and winning the division. So I think the division standings will be pretty similar to last year, just the Giants and Redskins will improve. So that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.